Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I'm going to review a coffee. This is the Don Pablo European Blend. Dark roast, deep, rich, and smooth. Just grinded this up just the other day, so I'm anxious to try it out this morning. Let's see. It says here, oh man. I noticed this when I grinded these up. The full bean version of these, it just smells like milk chocolate coming up out of here. Wow. Kind of a cross between a dark chocolate and milk chocolate, because it has a big roasty smell with it. It smells really good. It says our mild, sweet, rich, and smooth Colombian Supremo is perfectly blended with full-bodied and syrupy Sumatra Manheling to give this coffee a deep, rich, and complex flavor with notes of citrus and dark chocolate. The finish is cocoa-toned and very smooth with low acidity. So the cocoa part, I get that too, so it smells really good. Okay, let's get some out. Yeah, it looks good, nice and dark. Wow, that smells good. Still has that kind of a cocoa toned aroma in there, along with that roastiness. You get a little of that caramelization, a little nuttiness along with it. It has a richness on the aroma. Wow, it smells good. And make sure I'm not missing anything. I did make out a coffee aromas and tastes kind of a list, because sometimes I can't quite wrap my head around about what I'm getting. So this sometimes helps me narrow it down. They said they get a citrusness on it. I don't get that on the aroma. Maybe I'll get a little citrus on the taste, but citrusness in coffee is really hard for me to pick up on. It's got to really be pronounced before I'm going to catch it. It has a little smokiness. I already mentioned that it's got some nuttiness to it. I mentioned the caramelization. That's about it on the aromas. Okay, let's try it. Wow. Wow, that's really good. It's rich. Nice, rich, bold flavors of a little cocoa-based taste. You get that caramelization still. You get like a medium roasty taste. Still not getting a citrus. Could say I'm getting a dark chocolate type of a taste with that cocoa in there, cocoa taste. The acidity is low. It does have a nutty taste as well as on the aroma. Complex, yeah. I already said rich. Yeah, I would call this a full-bodied one. already mentioned that it's got a roastiness to it. Like a medium roastiness. Bold, a little bit. If bold means rich, then yeah, definitely. But there you go. This is a really good one. Oh yeah. Now I do add creamers to mine. So some people do. Well, lots of people do add creamers. A lot of times they add the flavor ones, and I think a lot of them, they add too much sometimes. I don't like to add a whole lot because, like I've always mentioned, I'm not looking to totally mask the flavor of the coffee. I like the flavor, but I just like I like a little sweetness with it, a little bit of a lactose kind of a thing. With the regular coffee mate creamer, that's what it adds. It doesn't really have like a lot of sweetness in this creamer. It's mostly just kind of adding a milky kind of a thing. And that's what it did. It just kind of, it helps kind of curve any kind of like a big bitterness, curves it down a little bit, takes it down a notch. That's what it accomplishes. It doesn't take away from the flavor of the coffee. I do like some sweetness in my coffee, so I usually add this Great Value Caramel Macchiato. And again, I'm not looking to mask the flavor, so I don't add like a big heaping amount like that, you know. I like go to about like an even teaspoon. And that's really about all you need. It just adds a little bit of sweetness, adds a little bit of an added flavor to it. And a lot of times, in a lot of cases, when I do reviews of coffees, it pairs well with the actual flavor of the coffee and brings out kind of sometimes it even brings out the flavors that it is advertising, or that it is listing on the coffee. Let's just say this was well, it would be easy to do if it was a caramel flavored, like some coffees are donut flavored, cookie dough, all that kind of stuff. If you have a caramel type of a flavor, it's easy to accomplish it because it's a caramel it's a caramel creamer. So, but if it's like, let's see, a flavor that's not close to caramel, and you don't taste it just on the regular, just drinking it black. Sometimes adding even a caramel flavor will bring out the flavor that it's advertising, even if it doesn't have anything to do with caramel. Am I making sense? Anyway, it could all be in my mind, It could be in my imagination. It could be a subliminal type of a trick my mind is playing on. Okay, yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Wow, that's good. That is really good. That level teaspoon of that caramel macchiato with the flavors that this European blend is providing, it just goes together really, really well. Wow. Don Pablo, Cafe Don Pablo Coffee Roasting Company, considered a gourmet coffee. Their coffees are all gourmet. They're all really good. This company has many different coffees. I suggest you contact them and or look through their list of coffees, and you'll see a whole bunch. They sell it already grounded, sell whole bean, They sell K-Cups, if I remember correctly. Haven't tried any of those. But yeah, just a good people, a good company. Check them out for yourself. There's a story back here that I usually read. I don't think I read it on the grinding part. I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did, but I usually read it because not everybody that's subscribed to me watches the coffee reviews. Sometimes it's somebody just totally randomly stopping by to see a review of a certain coffee, and they haven't, they don't know anything about the company or how it started or anything like that, the backstory. But this is about a couple that met, I think in Florida. Anyway, I'll read it. The Don Pablo story. Once upon a time, don't start like that. In 1989, Darren J. Burke, founder of Burke Brands LLC, moved to Miami in search of adventure. Little did he know he would soon meet the love of his life, Eliana. While visiting Eliana's family in Colombia, Darren fell in love with Latin culture and its delicious coffee. The couple recognized an opportunity and learned everything they could about coffee growing and roasting in Colombia, and then traveled the rest of Latin America to further their education and to forge relationships with more coffee growers. Eliana's grandmother nicknamed Darren Don Pablo, after a character in her favorite tongue twister, because as a Spanish speaker, she had much difficulty pronouncing his real name correctly. A quarter century later, the passion, focus on quality, and dedication to the craft of small batch artisan roasting shines through in every fresh cup of Don Pablo specialty coffee. Thank you for your purchase. We hope you enjoy it. So let's see, there's www.donpablocoffee.com. There is a place you can contact them for info. It's info@donpablocoffee.com, or you can call them at 305-249-5628 or 877-436-6722, which is toll free. So if you contact them to ask them about something, tell them Jerry sent you. Or tell them you saw a review on Jerry Fort, the Beer Review Guys channel. So, there you go. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you, Darren and Eliana, for sending me all these coffees. I'm coming down to the end of reviewing them, but I've enjoyed reviewing these coffees very much, and I've been letting some of my family members try it too, and they've been enjoying it as well. So there you go. All right. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Is there somebody else here? I appreciate it. See you on the next one.